A prince of a kingdom was lost in childhood and grew up among beggars. He considers himself a beggar and asks everyone for alms. Even if he goes to the royal palace, he will still beg because his self-concept is that of a needy person. But the day he finds out that he is actually the prince of that kingdom, his gait, speech, and way of asking will change in an instant. He will no longer have to chase the royal life. Royalty will come to him because his identity has changed. You too are like that lost prince. The moment you realize your true power and worth, the world will not be a begging bowl to you, but will bring you offerings instead. In the 13 chapters of the book Don't Chase, Only Attract, it is shown through many such stories and examples how to find or use your true hidden power. Don't Chase, Only Attract is one of the most popular books in the self-help and manifestation world today. It basically teaches us how to pull our desired goals towards us by raising our vibration or frequency rather than desperately chasing after something. You are going to get a powerful treasure of 13 chapters. Chapter 1. Chasing versus Attracting. Why things move further away when you chase them and what the core secret of attraction is. Chapter 2. Self-concept. How to change the world by changing the way you view yourself. Chapter 3. Power of detachment. How it is possible to get something quickly by letting go of obsession or attachment. Chapter 4. Vibrational alignment. The science of matching your mind's frequency or vibration with your goal. Chapter 5. Scarcity mindset versus abundance mindset. Why thinking about not having increases lack and thinking about having increases gain. Chapter 6. Letting go. The importance of letting go of worry and the urge to control and trusting the universe instead. Chapter 7. Intuition. Techniques for taking the right steps at the right time by listening to your inner voice. Chapter 8. Feminine energy and receiving. The secret of not fighting to get but keeping yourself open or in receiving mode to receive. Chapter 9. Limited beliefs. Breaking down those walls of your subconscious mind that are keeping you stuck. Chapter 10. Gratitude. How to make big miracles happen by being grateful for the small achievements of the present. Chapter 11. Boundaries. The importance of learning to say no to protect your power or energy from being wasted. Chapter 12. Inspired action. The joy of working from inner inspiration rather than working blindly. Chapter 13. Living in the end. The ultimate way to live with the feeling that your dream has been fulfilled. Chapter 1. Chasing versus attracting. This chapter teaches us why the more desperate we become for something, the more it slips through our fingers. Whatever you chase, flees. Authors Justice and Malcolm state that chasing comes from a mindset of lack. When you chase someone or something, you are signaling to the universe that I do not have this, and the universe repeatedly brings that lack back to you. The authors highlight a psychological truth here. When we become restless for a goal, money, or a relationship, a kind of desperation is created within us. This desperation or rush is a negative vibration. It builds a wall between you and your goal. In contrast, attraction is a state where you consider yourself so valuable that your desired object is compelled to come to you on its own. The butterfly metaphor. Suppose you want to catch a beautiful butterfly. If you run after it with a net, the butterfly will keep flying further away. You will get tired but won't be able to catch it. But if you stop running and build a beautiful garden, planting fragrant flowers there, you won't have to search anymore. Thousands of butterflies will come to your garden on their own. Build yourself as that garden. Your knowledge, your peace, and your self-confidence are the flowers that will attract your dreams. The authors provide a simple question to test yourself. Identifying desperation. If you don't get what you want right this moment, will you break down? If the answer is yes, then understand that you are chasing. But if your mind is calm and you know that it will definitely come to you, then you are attracting. Tip: whenever you feel restless, take a deep breath and tell yourself, I don't chase anything, I only attract. 3 key lessons for practical life application. Stop forcing. Let life flow naturally. Trying to get something by force means you are accepting defeat. Focus on yourself. Instead of focusing on others or other things, focus on your own growth. The more you improve, the more your power of attraction will increase. Self-sufficiency. Feel that you are happy right now. If your happiness depends on a thing, you will chase it your whole life. Authors Justice and Malcolm remind us of a hard truth. Will you be a hunter and run a tiring race after the butterfly, or will you be a magical garden and pull the world toward you? Remember, the world doesn't give you what you want, the world gives you what you are. Chapter 2. Self-concept, your conception of yourself. This chapter teaches you why it is essential to change your internal identity before the outside world can change. It essentially speaks about cleaning that inner mirror through which you view the entire world. The world judges you exactly the way you see yourself. Your self-concept is what you subconsciously believe yourself to be. The authors state that your life experiences do not depend on luck, but rather on the conception you hold about yourself. The authors explain that if you believe you are not worthy enough or that everyone cheats you, then your life will consistently draw in people in situations that cheat you or prove your unworthiness. The projector metaphor. It is much like a projector. Your self-concept is the film or slide inside the projector. If you see a bad image on the screen, the outside world, there is no use cleaning the screen. You must change the film inside the projector. If you begin to see yourself as a magnet or an extremely attractive and valuable person, the world will be compelled to give you that respect. The story of the prince. Suppose a prince of a kingdom was lost in childhood and grew up among beggars. He considers himself a beggar and asks everyone for alms. Even if he enters the royal palace, he will still beg because his self-concept is that of a needy person. But the day he finds out that he is actually the prince of that kingdom, his gait, speech, and way of asking will change in an instant. He will no longer have to chase the royal life. Royalty will come to him because his identity has changed. You too are like that lost prince. The moment you realize your true power and worth, the world will not be a begging bowl to you, but will bring you offerings instead. The authors suggest an effective method here. The new identity diary. On a piece of paper write, what is my current identity? Example, I am shy. I am struggling with money. Right next to it write, who do I want to be? Example, I am confident. I am a possessor of abundant wealth. From now on, read this second list every morning and behave as if you have already become that person. When your subconscious mind accepts this new image as truth, your world will change. 3 key lessons for practical life application. Self-worth. How much do you value yourself? Remember, the world will not give you a single penny more than your own perceived value. Changing identity. Start thinking and acting like the person you want to become. Self-compassion. Do not berate yourself for your mistakes. Care for yourself the way a successful person would. Justice and Malcolm say, the world is nearly a wall that reflects your own shadow back to you. If you cannot see yourself as a winner within, the world will never crown you. Discard your old beggar's rags today and embrace your royal identity. Remember, attraction begins from within.
Chapter 3. Power of Detachment, the Strength of Non-Attachment. This chapter teaches us why letting go of desperation for something actually makes it rush toward us faster. The core message of the 3rd chapter is, detachment does not mean you don't care about your goal, rather it means you have stopped worrying about the outcome. The authors say that when you are mentally too attached to something, you signal fear and lack to the universe. But when you detach yourself, you tell the universe, I know this is coming to me, so I am calm now. The authors show a subtle difference here. It is good to have a desire, but it is bad to have your happiness depend on that desire, neediness. If you think, my life is over if I don't get that job, or I can't live without that person, then you are intensely attached. This mental pressure builds a wall between you and your dreams. Detachment is the belief that you will be fine even if you don't get what you want. Paradoxically, the moment you reach this state of acceptance, that very thing is attracted to you with great force. The sand metaphor. Suppose you have some dry sand in your palm. If you squeeze your fist tight to hold the sand, it will slip through your fingers and fall away. But if you keep your hand open and hold it calmly, the sand will stay still in your palm. Life and your goals are just like this sand. The harder you try to grasp them, the more you chase them, the faster they will slip away from you. Hold lightly, and they will stay with you. The "what if it doesn't" game. The authors provide a great tip for practicing detachment. Face your fear. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I don't get this? Then answer it yourself. Even if I don't get it, I will find another way to be happy. Whenever you free your happiness from a specific outcome, your power of attraction increases 100-fold, because now there is no more fear or lack within you. 3 key lessons for practical life application. Release control over the outcome. You only have control over your actions and thoughts. Leave the result to the universe. Enjoy the present. Do not postpone your happiness until your goal is achieved. Be joyful right now. Have trust. Know that the universe always plans the best for you. Justice and Malcolm are teaching us a secret truth. When you stake your entire existence on getting something, you actually become a slave to that thing. But the day you can say, I want you, but I am complete even without you, that is the day you become a true attractor. Set your desire free, and you will see it returning to your address on its own.
Chapter 4. Vibrational Alignment. This chapter informs us that everything in the universe is, in fact, vibration. If your vibration does not match what you desire, it will never enter your life. It teaches us how to tune our body's invisible energy to our dreams. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. Authors Justice and Malcolm state that every thought has a specific frequency of vibration. If you think of joy, you are on the frequency of joy. If you think of lack, you are on the frequency of lack. If your goal is at a high vibration and you are at a low vibration, it is impossible for you to meet. The authors highlight a crucial truth. The universe does not listen to your words, it listens to your feelings or vibration. It is much like tuning a radio. If you want to listen to 98.3 FM, you must set your radio dial or button exactly to 98.3. If you stay tuned to 100 FM and complain about why the music isn't playing, it won't work. If your dream is to be successful, you must create the vibration of a successful person. Joy, gratitude, confidence, right now. 2 guitars. Suppose there are 2 guitars in a room. If you pluck the G string of one guitar, you will notice the G string of the other guitar starts vibrating slightly, even though you haven't touched it. This is called resonance. When you create the vibration of success within yourself, the opportunities for success in the outside world begin to vibrate on their own and rush toward you. You don't have to chase them, your vibration pulls them in. Vibration check. The authors provide a simple way to check your vibrations several times a day. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? If you feel irritated, angry or frustrated, understand that your vibration has dropped. Immediately listen to a favorite song, recall a happy memory, or do a good deed. This will instantly push your vibration upward. 3 lessons from Chapter 4. Feelings are the compass. Your emotions or feelings are the scale of your vibration. Feeling good should be your primary task. Environmental influence. Associate with people or consume content that raises your vibration. Feel it first. Let go of the misconception, I will be happy after I get it. Be happy first, and then the thing will arrive. Justice and Malcolm say, the universe is a giant mirror that only reflects your internal vibration. If you sing the song of poverty and expect to become wealthy, it goes against the laws of nature. Change the melody within you, and you will see the whole world harmonizing with you. Are you ready to change the frequency of your life? This concept of vibration in Chapter 4 will teach you how you might be unconsciously attracting the wrong things by sending out the wrong signals. Chapter 5. The Battle of Scarcity versus Abundance Mindset. This chapter is primarily about our perspective. Through which lens are we viewing the world? Scarcity or abundance? It teaches us why, despite putting in the same effort, one person succeeds while another fails. The core message of Chapter 5 is, where your focus goes, your energy flows. The authors state that instead of focusing on what they want, most people focus more on what they lack. This thought of not having or a scarcity mindset attracts even more lack. On the other hand, being grateful for what you have, abundance mindset, invites further attainment. The authors explain here that abundance doesn't mean your bank balance has to be millions right now. Abundance is a state of mind. People with a scarcity mindset think, opportunities are few. If I don't get it, someone else will take it. They always live in fear and competition. People with an abundance mindset know there are enough opportunities for everyone in this world. They aren't jealous of others' success, rather they are inspired by it. This is because they believe the universe's storehouse is infinite. Ocean water. Imagine you're standing by the seashore. If you have a small spoon in your hand, you will only get a spoonful of water. If you have a large bucket in your hand, you will get a bucket full of water. The ocean isn't stopping you. How much you get depends on the size of your vessel. The universe is that ocean. Your mindset is that vessel. If you sit with the small spoon of scarcity, you won't see the infinite wealth. Enlarge your vessel, that is, shift your thoughts towards abundance. The authors provide a wonderful practice here, the abundance hunting game. Find at least 5 evidences of abundance around you throughout the day. It could be the countless leaves on a tree, the numerous cars on the road, the infinite stars in the sky, or the ample oxygen in your lungs. When you become accustomed to seeing abundance in small things, your brain will begin to recognize big opportunities as well. This will shift your vibration away from lack and towards attainment. 3 core lessons from Chapter 5. Give up jealousy. Learn to be happy seeing others progress. This signals the universe that you are also ready for that progress. Stop complaining. Complaining about what you don't have will only increase the lack. Make a list of what you do have. Investment mindset. When spending money, instead of thinking it's all running out, think I'm putting this money into circulation and it will return to me multiplied. Justice and Malcolm remind us, neither poverty nor abundance resides in your pocket. They reside in your head. If you sit in the pit of scarcity and want to touch the moon, it is not possible. First say goodbye to that inner beggar persona and put on the royal glasses of abundance. Remember, miracles only happen in a grateful heart. This lesson from Chapter 5 will remove fear from the mind and bring a sense of confidence and peace. Chapter 6. Letting Go, the Magic of Release. This chapter teaches us how to surrender our desires to the universe in order to manifest them into reality. Holding on to something too tightly actually keeps it stuck.
The authors state that when we constantly worry about when will it happen or how will it happen, we're actually building a negative wall. Letting go does not mean forgetting your goal. Rather, it means stopping the anxiety over the means of achieving it. The authors highlight a psychological truth here: resistance. When you become overly desperate for something, a fear works within you, the fear of, what if I don't get it? This fear is the resistance. It is much like ordering something online. After placing an order, do you call customer care every 5 minutes to ask if they will send it? No, you know you have placed the order and it will arrive, so you calmly go about your other business. This being at peace is letting go. Sowing the seed. Suppose you have planted an expensive fruit seed in the ground. If you dig up the soil every day to see if the roots have sprouted, will the tree grow? No. In fact, you will kill the plant. Your desire is that seed. When you repeatedly worry by asking, why isn't it happening, you are essentially digging up and disturbing the seed of that desire. Once you've planted the seed, let it grow on its own. Have faith in nature. Worry vacation. The authors provide an excellent tip for practicing letting go. Set a specific time of day, for example 15 minutes, when you will think about or plan for your goal. Spend the rest of the time immersed in your hobbies, work, or joy. Whenever a worry about the goal enters your mind, tell yourself, I have already placed the order. My job now is simply to remain happy. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Relinquish the illusion of control. You are not the director of the universe. The how it will happen is not your responsibility. Live in the present moment. When your future is secure, what is stopping you from enjoying the present? Trust or faith. Letting go means having deep faith that what is destined for you will surely come to you. Justice and Malcolm are teaching us, opening your palm is not an act of giving up. Rather, it is giving the universe the space to work. The calmer you become, the faster your goal will rush toward you. Are you ready to release the reins of your worries starting today? Remember, it is only by letting go that one truly receives. This lesson on surrender from Chapter 6 will bring immense peace to the mind and make the manifestation process much more fluid.
Chapter 7. Intuition, the inner vision or the soul's call. This chapter teaches us how to silence the external noise and listen to that quiet inner voice that guides us on the path to success. It is something that exists within all of us, yet we seldom use it. The core message of Chapter 7 is, your inner guide or intuition never makes a mistake. The authors state that when we stop chasing and become still, our subconscious mind begins to send us certain hints or signals. This is intuition. It works faster and more accurately than logic. The authors explain here that when the universe creates an opportunity for you, it won't speak directly into your ear. Instead, it will give you a feeling or an idea. Suddenly, you might feel like calling a certain friend, visiting a specific shop, or starting a new task today. You might not know why you feel this way. That is intuition. Chasers, those who run after things, cannot hear intuition because the noisy thoughts of how will I get it constantly run through their heads. But the one who attracts stays calm and can easily hear their inner call. GPS navigation. When you drive on an unfamiliar road with the GPS turned on, it always tells you where to turn right or left. If you mute the volume or stubbornly drive the wrong way, you will get lost. Intuition is the internal GPS of your life. The universe knows the shortest route to your goal. Your job is to turn up the volume of your mind and trust that guidance. The authors provide an excellent tip to strengthen your intuition. sitting in silence. Sit completely still for at least 10 minutes every day without any phone or electronics. Observe your inner feelings. Whenever a spontaneous or joyful urge to do something arises which cannot be explained by logic, know that it is your intuition. Respond to that call. 3 core lessons from Chapter 7. Give logic a break sometimes. Do not try to understand everything, why or how it's happening through logic alone. Listen to your heart. The first feeling is real. The very first feeling you have upon meeting a new person or seeing a new opportunity is usually your intuition. Step out with faith. Whenever a signal comes from within, start taking action without delay. Justice and Malcolm say, the map of your success is not outside, it is within you. When you stop searching outside, the inner voice becomes louder. That quiet voice will take you exactly to the place where your dream is waiting for you. Are you ready to trust that magical compass inside you? This concept of insight or intuition in Chapter 7 will teach you how to make the right decisions and how to recognize the signs from the universe. Chapter 8. Feminine Energy and the Power of Receiving. In this chapter, the authors do not speak of male or female genders, but rather of two energies present within each of us. Masculine, which acts or chases, and feminine, which remains still and attracts. The authors state that modern society has taught us to always remain in masculine energy, constantly doing, fighting, and controlling. However, for attraction to occur, it is essential to step into our feminine energy or receiving mode. This means keeping oneself calm and making space for what wants to come to you. Justice and Malcolm explain this using the example of a magnet. Does a magnet run after pieces of iron? No, the magnet stays still in its own place. It simply creates a powerful field within itself. Whenever a piece of iron comes near that field, it is naturally drawn towards the magnet. When you are constantly restless saying, "Why isn't this happening?" or "I must do that," you lose your magnetism. When you take care of yourself, stay calm and remain joyful, you shift into that magnet-like receiving mode. The empty vessel. The authors use another profound metaphor in the book. If you want to drink a glass of fresh juice, the glass must first be empty. If the glass is filled with stones or dirt, it is impossible to pour juice into it. Our minds are exactly like that. When we fill our minds with the desire to control, worry, and fear, the universe finds no empty space for what it wants to give us. Receiving means emptying yourself, believing that what is meant for you will surely come. This very belief creates that empty space within you. The authors provide a simple yet powerful practice here. When we are not in receiving mode, we often feel uncomfortable or dismissive when someone praises us, like, "Oh no, it's nothing special." The authors say, from now on, when someone praises you or gives you something, simply say, "Thank you." Do not make excuses. This will teach your subconscious mind that you are worthy of receiving and that you know how to take. 3 core lessons from Chapter 8. Reduce the struggle. Take a break from the mindset that you must always be doing something. Self-contentment. Give yourself time. Do the things you love. When you're happy with yourself, your power of attraction is at its peak. Accept graciously. Accept small gifts or opportunities with joy. Justice and Malcolm remind us the most powerful force in the world is stillness. Just as the tide comes to the shore on its own, your dreams will come to you if you can keep yourself in receiving mode. Stop fighting and make yourself attractive like a magnet. Are you ready to accept the gifts you deserve starting today? This art of receiving in Chapter 8 will teach you how to reach your desired goals without the struggle. Chapter 9. Limiting Beliefs. We are now entering a chapter of Justice and Malcolm's book that speaks of breaking the invisible chains within us. This chapter is primarily about the negative programming of our subconscious mind, which keeps success away without us even realizing it. No matter how well you try to attract something, if there is a contradictory belief inside, it will act as an obstacle. According to the authors, our life is not a reflection of our conscious desires, but a reflection of our deepest beliefs. If you consciously want money, but your subconscious believes money is the root of all evil, you will never be able to stay wealthy. This chapter is a guide to identifying and erasing those false beliefs. The elephant and the chain. Consider a baby elephant tied with a strong chain. No matter how hard it tries, it cannot break free. Eventually, it comes to believe that it simply cannot break the chain. When the elephant grows massive and possesses the strength to snap the chain with a single jerk, it still doesn't try. Why? Because the childhood belief of "I can't do it" is still embedded in its mind. We are like that elephant. Phrases heard in childhood like "you can't do this" or "does money grow on trees" have become invisible chains in our minds. Even though you are grown now, your mind still keeps itself bound by those old chains. The thermostat. The authors compare our mind to the thermostat of an AC or heater. If a room's thermostat is set to 25 degrees and you open the window, the outside air might raise or lower the temperature, but the thermostat will eventually bring the room back to exactly 25 degrees. Our self-belief is just like that. If you believe you are not worthy of earning more than 50,000 taka a month, even if 100,000 taka somehow comes into your hands, your subconscious will make some mistake or increase your expenses to bring you back down to that 50,000 mark. Before changing your outer world, you must change your internal thermostat or belief system. Identifying limiting beliefs. The authors provide a method to find your limiting beliefs. Think of your goal. For example, I want to earn a lot of money. Ask yourself, why hasn't this happened yet? The first answers that pop into your head, like my luck is bad, people cheat me, I don't have enough education, these are your limiting beliefs. Rewrite each of these negative statements into positive ones, like my luck is in my hands, I attract the right people. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Become conscious. Catch your negative thoughts and realize they aren't you, they are just old programming. Find counter evidence. Read stories of people who succeeded despite having little education. This will break your belief that I can't succeed without a degree. New identity. Tell yourself every day that you are greater than your old beliefs. Justice and Malcolm challenge us. Are you that powerful elephant who remains captive only because of a mental error? Your chains are not made of iron, they are made of your thoughts. Raise your internal thermostat today and crush the walls of limitation. Remember, the world is obliged to give you exactly what you believe you deserve. This lesson from Chapter 9 will help in overcoming internal inertia and dreaming anew. Chapter 10. Gratitude. The magnetic power of thankfulness. This chapter isn't just about a good virtue. Rather, the authors explain it as an attraction machine. In this chapter, gratitude is presented as a high-frequency state that paves the way for miracles to occur in your life. Gratitude is a signal that tells the universe, I already have enough. When you are grateful, the thought of lack disappears and your vibration reaches the level of abundance. According to Justice and Malcolm, gratitude is a thank you given before receiving, which essentially guarantees the arrival of the blessing. The beehive and the bees. When a beehive is filled with honey and its fragrance spreads, the bees don't need an invitation. They pick up the scent from miles away and rush toward the hive on their own. Your grateful mind is that beehive. No matter what your life looks like right now, when you express fragrant gratitude for small blessings, big opportunities and successes will rush toward you like bees. You won't have to chase them. The magnifying glass. The authors describe gratitude as a magnifying glass. When you focus sunlight onto an object using a magnifying glass, that object appears larger and eventually catches fire. Gratitude does the exact same thing. Whichever part of your life, for example health or relationships, you show gratitude toward will begin to expand. If you are grateful for the last 10 taka in your pocket, your gratitude will amplify the energy of that money. But if you complain about the lack, even what you have will diminish. A simple perspective. Think of it this way. If you give someone a gift and they express sincere joy and gratitude, wouldn't you want to give them more? Of course. But if they receive the gift with a long face and complain, you won't give them anything next time. The universe works the same way. The more you say thank you, the more opportunities life will give you to say thank you. Future gratitude. Justice and Malcolm teach a powerful technique here. Giving thanks after receiving something is natural, but the author suggests give thanks before you receive it. Imagine your goal has already been fulfilled and say in your heart, "Thank you, universe, for giving me this wonderful success." The authors state that this preemptive gratitude compels the laws of the universe to deliver that thing into your reality. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Stop complaining. Every morning list at least 5 things you're grateful for, not just in words, but with deep feeling. Honor the small things. Be mentally grateful for everything, a glass of cold water or someone's smile. Shift the mindset. Instead of saying, "I have to do this," say, "I have the opportunity to do this." Justice and Malcolm remind us, gratitude is the key to unlock the door to abundance. Will you look at the lacks in your life today, or will you spread the fragrance of what you already have? Remember, a grateful heart is the birthplace of miracles. Let every breath from today be a thank you. This lesson from Chapter 10 will reduce your mental unrest and bring a sense of deep fulfillment. Chapter 11. Setting Boundaries, Protecting Your Energy. We are now entering a chapter that will greatly assist in maintaining peace in your personal life. This chapter teaches us that if you want to be attractive, magnetic, you must stop wasting your energy. The authors explain that being constantly available to everyone actually diminishes your power of attraction. The core message of the authors is, your boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect. Justice and Malcolm state that if you spend your time and energy on negative people, unnecessary tasks, or other people's drama, you will have no energy left to fulfill your own dreams. Creating a healthy boundary around yourself means telling yourself, "I and my goals are extremely valuable." The Palace Gatekeeper. Why is a royal palace so magnificent and secure? Because it has gatekeepers or guards at its gates. Not just anyone can enter the palace whenever they wish. If the palace doors were always open to everyone, its royalty would no longer be maintained. Your life and your mind are that royal palace. If you allow people to dump negativity into your mind at any time, you will lose your royalty, attraction power. Like a strict gatekeeper, you should protect your time and your mental peace. The battery and the leak. In the book, the authors compare our life force to a battery. Suppose your phone battery is 100% charged, but if there are many background apps running that are draining the charge without your knowledge, the phone will shut down quickly. Listening to others' complaints, engaging in gossip, or carrying the burden of others' problems are those background apps that are leaking your internal power. Setting boundaries means closing those leaks so that your full energy can be spent on attracting your own dreams. The power of saying no. Justice and Malcolm provide a simple yet challenging practice here. Learn to say no. The authors state that when you realize your worth, you aren't afraid to reject invitations or requests that do not align with your goals. Saying no to someone else often means saying yes to yourself. This keeps your vibration higher because you remain in control of your own life. A simple perspective. Put simply, if you don't put a fence around a flower garden, cattle will come and destroy it. Setting boundaries isn't about hating people, it's about loving yourself. When you respect your own time, the world will begin to respect you, and you will attract more successful opportunities. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Digital boundaries. Don't waste your energy constantly watching other people's lives on social media. Selective association. Maintain distance from those who drain your energy. Energy vampires. Being straightforward. Do not take pressure upon yourself by trying to please everyone against your own will. Justice and Malcolm are teaching us, if you are cheap for everyone, you cannot be valuable to anyone. Create an invisible boundary around you that only allows peace and success inside while keeping the chaos outside. Remember, your energy is your greatest currency. Spend it on things of value. This lesson from Chapter 11 will help you become much more confident and mentally strong. Chapter 12. Inspired Action. We are now entering one of the most important chapters of the book, one that clears up a major misconception. Many people think attraction means just sitting and thinking, but the authors here reveal the true secret of action. This chapter teaches us the difference between back-breaking hustle and acting upon cosmic signals. The core message of the authors is, do not force, instead stay in the flow. Justice and Malcolm state that most people believe the harder they struggle, the more results they will get. But the authors call this desperate effort. Instead, they speak of inspired action, which comes from your inner soul. This is the kind of work that doesn't exhaust you, rather it brings you joy. Rowing with the current. Imagine you are rowing a boat in a river. If you try to row against the current, you have to expend enormous energy, you get tired quickly, and you progress very little. This is called chasing or forcing things. But if you set your boat with the flow of the current and row lightly in harmony with it, you will reach your destination very quickly and effortlessly. When you are in the right vibration, the universe creates the current for you. Your job is simply to pull the oars of opportunity, not to wage a war. The falling of ripe fruit. To pluck a raw fruit from a tree, you have to use physical force, and even then the fruit isn't tasty. But when the fruit ripens naturally, a mere touch is enough for it to fall into your hand, or it might just drop into your lap on its own. Inspired action is that mere touch. When the timing and your preparation, vibration, are right, massive success arrives with very little effort. This is called magical timing. Internal urge versus obligation. The authors provide a checklist to help you identify if your action is inspired. If you feel, I must do this today or everything will be ruined, action from fear, then it is not inspired action. If you suddenly feel, this idea is brilliant, I feel like starting it right now, action from joy, then that is inspired action. This type of work brings desired results the fastest. A simple explanation. Inspired action is the work you do out of love. When you lose track of time while working and the task doesn't feel like a burden, know that you are working in alignment with the universe. In this state, every action you take yields 10 times more results. Is there any work you do that makes you forget the time? If so, don't forget to let me know in the comments. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Stay calm. Do not make decisions out of restlessness. Decisions made from a place of peace are the right ones. Value your ideas. Do not ignore a sudden idea or intuition. Take a small step immediately. Take rest. Occasionally take a break from work. This gives the universe a chance to clear the path for you. Justice and Malcolm remind us of a supreme truth. Success is not a battlefield, it is a game of rhythm. Will you exhaust yourself fighting against the current, or will you float with the flow of the universe to your desired destination? Remember, when there is no difference between work and joy, miracles begin to happen. This lesson on inspired action from Chapter 12 will release you from unnecessary mental pressure and increase your love for your work.
Chapter 13. Living in the End. Living in the Feeling of Attainment. This final chapter is the essence of the entire book, which will teach you how to transform the world of imagination into reality. In this chapter, the authors teach that if you want to attain something in the future, you must mentally live in that future right now. The core message is, before it happens, feel that you have already become it. The authors state that the concept of time is actually a construct of our minds. If you believe that your goal has already been achieved, your body and mind begin to vibrate at a high frequency accordingly. This feeling of the end, the feeling of the wish fulfilled, compels your dream to manifest in your reality. The actor's method. Justice and Malcolm use the example of a skilled actor in this chapter. When a great actor plays the role of a king, he doesn't just recite the king's dialogues. Rather, while on stage, he believes with all his heart and soul that he is a king. His walk, his gaze, and his nobility become like those of a king. During the performance, he forgets that he is an ordinary person. Life is also a stage. If you want to be successful, you must act like a successful person starting today. The way you would laugh, sleep, or speak to people after your dream came true, embrace that exact feeling within yourself right now. The tree inside the seed. The authors use a profound natural metaphor. When you look at a tiny apple seed, you might only see a seed, but nature knows that within that seed, the blueprint of a massive apple tree and thousands of apples already exist. When the seed falls into the soil, it doesn't worry about becoming a tree. It already knows that it is a tree. Your desire is that seed. When you practice living in the end, you are actually seeing the tree inside that seed. Your job is to feel that completeness. The rest will happen according to the laws of nature. Hearing the sound of congratulations. The authors provide a specific mental technique here. Close your eyes and imagine someone you love dearly is congratulating you on your success. Imagine hearing the tone of their voice and feeling the touch of their hand. This feeling of joy created in your mind is living in the end. The authors suggest going to sleep with this feeling at night, so your subconscious mind accepts it as an absolute truth. A simple perspective. Put simply, living in the end means permanently erasing the question, when will it happen, from your life. When you know something is already yours, there is no longer any desperation or fear within you. This supreme peace is the greatest power of attraction. 3 core lessons for real-life application. Speak in the present tense. Instead of saying, I will be successful, say, I am a successful person. Change your posture. Walk with your spine straight like a winner. Mental satisfaction. Try to feel the relief right now that you would feel if your dream were fulfilled. Justice and Malcolm tell us at the end of this journey, your dream is not in some distant future, it is hidden within your consciousness. When you stop being needy and consider yourself abundant today, the world will come to your feet. Stop running, stop chasing, just be still and feel that you have already arrived, because what you are seeking is also seeking you.
The ultimate essence of the 13 chapters. The universe does not give you what you want, rather, it gives you who you are. When you desperately chase something, you are actually manifesting your own lack, which pushes your dreams further away. Therefore, stop the external chase and transform your self-concept or inner identity. Do not see yourself as needy, but as worthy and successful right now. When you let go of the worry over results, detachment, remain grateful in the present, and work in your own joyful rhythm, you become a powerful magnet. Remember, your dream is not a goal in the distant future, but a feeling in your present. So live in that feeling of fulfillment today and allow the world to come to you. You do not chase anything, you simply attract. The authors have beautifully taught us how to govern the outer world by shifting our inner selves. Conclusion and call to action. So far, we have learned about the secret philosophy of Justice and Malcolm, which can liberate our lives from the cycle of chasing and transform it into a magical power of attraction. Now the question is, are you ready to become the beehive of your life starting today? Let us know in the comments which one thing you will stop chasing today to begin working on yourself. One of your comments might inspire someone else. If you enjoyed today's journey, please give us a like to encourage us and subscribe to stay with us for more life-changing book summaries. Remember, you are the architect of your own destiny.
See you in the next video. Until then, stay calm, take care of yourself, and keep attracting. Thank you.